Alrighty, take two. Already did 5 minutes and then I saw the camera wasn't on. Yay me. Um, the Lottie Jessie experiment. I mounted 10 separate kekies and it's been 2 weeks, I think. 3 at the most. And here is the first new growth. And it's not the only one. This one also has one. Now these are planted fairly deep inside the moss. But the same day as I did this one, I also did this one. And these kekies are all still attached to the cane, as you can see. But if this is anything to go by, then the root growth on the large one should be just about this. Get fed and watered every 2 days, at least with this weather. With the heat I had to do it every day. But this one doesn't mind to dry out a little, or completely, which happened more often than I wanted. Okay, Lottie Jessie experiment. And here is the Dendrobium amabile. Oh no, this is the Frosty Dawn, sorry. And it still has two beautiful growth, and this one is chucking out roots all over the place, except for this one. So they are probably underneath the moss, and they have to be, because if it hadn't any roots, this new growth would have died long ago. And sorry, these are two separate plants, so this one isn't providing any nutrients to this one, so it has to have roots. I tried to push out a new growth and that failed, so next year, there's always next year. My near-death Findleyanum, and I'm not going to waste too much time on it. It looks reasonably okay, but, and in focus please, you can see here, right in the middle, let me get a pen. As you can see here, that's a new root, and here is a nubbin, so it's finally getting what it's supposed to do. And on the other side as well, excuse me, there's also a nubbin, and I'm not sure what this is going to be. Could be roots, could be new growth. But when this catches on, I'm going to remove it from the old cane, which was a stupid way to cut it in the first place. So yes, Findleyanum. And this is the amabile. Some silly old canes. But this is a real surprise. It's really loving its mount. Quite a jumble of roots, and can see here, there is a new growth, but the tip is aborting, so I'm gonna lose that one. And I now know why. I usually dunk all my mounts as far as they can be dunked because of the size of the mounts. This one gets submerged to about here, and that's not good for the new growth. I'm gonna drape some sphagnum on later on, so to keep these a little bit hydrated. Same with the Frosty Dawn. So yeah, progress. This is the Dendrobium pierardi, and it looks a lot like a Lotus Jessii, only a lot larger. And yeah, it's growing. I don't have any new growth, but that's okay. Here's a little peek hole to see how the roots are doing. Yeah, not much to tell about this one, except for the fact that it's going great. Looks beautiful. And here's the Lotus Jessii. Still small, but these tree canes are really healthy. And the most beautiful part is this. I just can't get enough of these roots. These were watered yesterday, and as you can see, the roots are still green, and it's slowly filling up these holes, and it's going in all directions. I'm still waiting for some new growth. And this should have a winter rest, but things are... No, I don't think I'm going to do a winter rest for any of the orchids. They're just not healthy enough, not big enough. This is also an incredibly nice surprise. This is the Promenia Limelight, and not only is the new growth pushing on, it is also giving me a new root. So yeah, really slow, but it's hanging on. Oh, by the way, this is not a dendrobium. And this is a dendrobium. It's the Capituliflorum, and these two new canes were grown in my care, and you see the floppy crown here. That also happened in my care, so it suffered a little bit of butterfingers, but it's still with me. Root growth is slow. It's doing something, but I guess it's just a slow grower. And this one is still busy with one leaf, but I think this is the terminal leaf, which means there won't be more, and that also means that next year, or maybe this winter, it will have flowers, small green flowers, and that's really important, green. Alright, this is the bottom side of my Shelob Tolkien, and you can see what it does. It grows like crazy, and not just there, also over here. Roots on, oh yeah, here some roots. This one is traveling up. Here are some root points. New growth is going really good. It has doubled in size since it's on the board. Now focus. And this is the eternal wind. And if I go really close, you can see spots developing. So it's really close to opening. It has only 3 flowers, but that's okay. What really matters is what's happening here. And that's new roots. I'm a bit obsessed about roots, because if roots are crappy, the rest of your plant will be crappy. At least after a while, because these contain a lot of food, really a lot, and they're nice, plump, no wrinkles. And as soon as this starts to wrinkle, that means that something is wrong down here. I think that's going to be 3 weeks. Okay, let me put this one aside. And this is the RLC or a BLC, I'm not sure. It's the Paranda Green Deluxe. And it didn't give me any new roots, so I was planning on taking it off the mount and try the tea bag and lemon trick, but this is what I discovered when I was about to do that. That's a new root, so no tea for you. I'm not going to take any risks, so I'm letting this root develop and see what the rest does. This is the Ports of Paradise, and I was planning on repotting that, but as you can see, it doesn't want to be potted. New lead is coming on extremely well. Oh, eye hand coordination. I'm expecting flowers from this one really soon. Same as with this one. This is the final blue, and I'm going to have to drape some moss around these roots so it stays hydrated. And again, the new leaf is opening nicely. Behind there also roots. So yes, on the Cattleya front it's an okay. And this is the Dyneema polybulbum, and I'm afraid this one is going really slow. But it gave me a new leaf, and right here is a new growth, and it's really slowly. Old bulb. This is all attached to one small piece of rhizome, There were some roots over here, but not really that great. So still waiting for the miracle to happen on this one, but it will come. I'm pretty sure of that. I rescue Phalaenopsis. Oh. Stupid camera. Here you can see that this is a dead root. So this will be peeled off the mound, cleaned up a little, and then see what I have. Maybe I can pot it again. But you see, root tips are coming. It's branching out, and it doesn't mind being on the wood. So it's not mine. So it will return to its owner in a little while. And this is a Dendrobium Phalaenopsis, and you can see what its problem is. Oh, the root tips are dying, and I have no idea why. I think they don't get enough moisture, so I'm gonna drape some moss over this and see how it reacts to that. There's one root that's doing what it's supposed to do, and that's growing to the wood. Now, this is the big stuff. It doesn't fit in the kitchen. This is the Spring Dream Apollon. And it's been on the mound for a few days, so not much to be said about this one. Now this sorry looking bunch is the No ID Nobile, and I really want to save this because it has really pretty flowers. And it looks really sad, but it had so much stress. It's dumping the leaves, and it should do that. And if it can, it will flower on those canes. But this is what's happening at the base. 2 new growth, and I'm ever so careful with these, especially with watering, because this one is incredibly prone to crown rot. And this is the other division. I still have the leaves on the new growth, and it's producing roots. Also the yellow leaves, but hey, okay, not to worry. And this is the yellow firebird. I did a video on repotting this one, but it hasn't been in the pot for longer than 20 minutes because it looks absolutely beautiful on a mount. So yeah. Oh, I'm running out of places to hang my mounts. Okay, update. Nearly 20 minutes. Hope you enjoy it.